The evil acts of her stepfather led her to receive help straight from hell, but everything comes with a price. This story avoids sordid details and adheres to YouTube's guidelines. Another night arrives, and the monster shows up at her door. Mia trembles as she sees him, grinning cynically. He places a finger on his lips, commanding her to stay silent. Once again, her innocence is shattered, and her heart burns with hatred. The sweet, gentle, and peaceful girl is fading, replaced by a woman so consumed by vengeance that she emanates an energetic scent, a wicked perfume that travels to the nostrils of a being deep in the infernal abyss. This demon inhales the aroma and smiles, relishing the chaos and malice it embodies. Rising from his infernal quarters, he decides to seek the girl out. Mia wakes up again, Sunday, the worst day of the week, forced to wake early to acknowledge her stepfather. The 20-year-old girl trudges to the bathroom, staring at the lifeless reflection in the mirror above the sink. Her green eyes are hollow, a window to the void inside her. Her heart beats, yet she feels no life. The wind touches her skin, but it's as if she has no sensation. Disrobing, she exposes to the mirror the small marks that scatter her body. Powerless to fight back, she turns her pain inward, carving her body as though drawing a comic strip, with scars raised as lines on her skin. Because of this, she never wears tank tops, shorts, or any comfortable clothes outside, even in sweltering heat. Under the shower's noise, she squats, letting her tears and ragged breaths blend with the icy droplets. She even plays loud music to drown out her cries of despair. Later, she forces herself to eat breakfast prepared by her stepfather. Across the table, her mother sits, looking skeletal and corpse-like. Her mother glares at her with disgust. Her stepfather hands his wife a small bag of white powder, which she eagerly places on the table, ready to inhale and escape into her hallucinated world again. The man informs Mia that the internment facility's doctors will come for her mother soon, and suggests Mia say her goodbyes. Her mother's response? A spit to the face, blaming Mia for her father's death. Crumpled in her chair, Mia watches her stepfather carry her mother to the couch and command her to wait there. Returning to the kitchen, he sits across from Mia, eating breakfast while smiling, a chilling grin that leaves Mia feeling like she's plunged into icy water, teetering on the brink of hypothermia. When breakfast is done, Mia reluctantly gets into the car with him, heading to church. Her stepfather is the pastor. At the service, he cries, shouts, and dramatically speaks about his struggles caring for his beloved wife, trapped in the grip of addiction. He shares how it inspired him to found an NGO to help others struggling with the same issues. The congregation weeps, touched by his testimony, and donates generously to support his efforts. The Reverend is a revered figure in the small town, admired by the local police chief, the mayor, and council members who all benefit from his influence. For Mia, the message is clear: no one would ever side with her. But then a strange man appears sitting beside her in the church. Dressed in a sleek suit with well-groomed blonde hair, he looks around 50. He arrives mid-sermon, moving his arms and legs in a mocking, exaggerated way that, unbelievably, makes Mia smile for the first time in ages.
Ah, the industry of lies, so profitable and wonderful. Look at all of them, singing and believing every single thing distorted by man. My little boss makes us read the Bible from cover to cover, while these people haven't even read an entire page. Yet they keep listening to men like your stepfather. But of course they should. Look at him, so kind, so lovable. Oh, what a great man. The carpenter must be proud.
Mia's smile fades as she hears the man praising her stepfather again, just like everyone else does.
Little do they know what a wretch does to you every night, do they?
When Mia looks at him, startled, as if caught red-handed, the man's eyes are ablaze, and she can see through the facade. Her body freezes and becomes immobile, as if resigning to death. Once again, she feels as though her soul is being ripped from her body.
No. I didn't come here for you to feel that way again. I came here to free you from it, so that instead of feeling trapped, you become the predator. Instead of feeling cornered, you become the one who strikes. Girl, I felt every drop of vengeful thought you've emanated. I know what you desire deep inside, and I came here to help you make it happen and still walk away innocent.
The girl stared at him, and her body returned to normal. Her stepfather resumed speaking, and everyone turned their attention to him. Mia was so immersed in the conversation with that man that she didn't realize no one else was paying attention to them. Outwardly, the two sat quietly, seemingly focused on the pastor. However, their conversation was happening in an entirely different way. Mia asked who he was and why he was there.
My name is Screwtape, but you can call me Tape. I'm offering you, girl, exactly what you asked for: freedom and justice. You will open the doors to your own freedom. You will carry out the act of justice yourself. All I'll provide are fragments of my powers, strength to execute the act and cunning and intelligence to navigate it masterfully without consequence. All I ask in return is that you do one small thing to show you're with me.
The girl asked what it was, and Screwtape leaned in to whisper in her ear. She froze, her eyes widening in shock as she stared at him. The man smiled and then walked away. After the service ended, Mia told her stepfather she was going for a walk in the park. Confident and self-assured, he simply reminded her to be home before nightfall. As she wandered through the park, an internal battle raged within her. Part of her, still innocent, screamed that she shouldn't even consider what had been proposed. The other part, hardened by pain and exhaustion, begged her to go through with it. Along the way, she sat on a bench, letting the turmoil within her boil beneath a seemingly calm exterior. An elderly woman sat beside her and gently asked if she was all right. Mia looked at her, and somehow she knew this woman wasn't what she appeared to be. It was as if her encounter with Screwtape had awakened a heightened sensitivity within her, revealing a hidden truth embedded in all of humanity. Unable to hold back, Mia's gaze hardened with disdain. Memories of every painful moment, every silent plea for help that had gone unanswered flooded her mind. Anger bubbled to the surface as she recalled those countless times she begged for deliverance and received nothing in return.
Now? Too late, old woman.
She stood up, furious, holding back from unleashing all the bitterness she felt. Turning her back, she walked away but could still hear, "It's never too late, my girl, and we will never give up on you." She arrived home, went straight to her room, and walked into the shower. Her mind was divided, and this division lingered in her thoughts. That's when her stepfather opened the bathroom door, invading her privacy. He informed her she needed to come out. Mia emerged, clutching the towel tightly to cover what dignity she could. He said he didn't like that she hadn't come home with him and accused her of disobedience for going to the park. Mia tried to argue that she had asked for permission and that he had agreed, but he wasn't interested. He grabbed a belt and ordered her into an uncomfortable position. As Mia was about to comply, crying in the process, the doorbell rang. It was a distressed woman asking her favorite pastor for a prayer. The stepfather told Mia to stay exactly as she was until he returned. It felt like an eternity for the girl, long enough for her anxiety to consume her and for her mind to teeter on the edge of a nervous breakdown. Enough. She'd had enough. The girl walked as she was to the kitchen, then to the couple's bedroom where she found her mother lying down, covered and delirious. The woman questioned what Mia was doing there, calling her names, when Mia revealed a large kitchen knife and began to loudly declare that this was for Screwtape, her new master. And then she began the offering. The stepfather burst through the door to find Mia lying on the bed, completely covered by a sheet. The stepfather, smug and with a malevolent smile, told her she had disobeyed again and that this would bring another punishment. Mia replied that she was tired, and as he tried to assert dominance, she surprised him. She claimed she was tired of pretending she didn't enjoy it, confessing she was madly in love with him. The stepfather grinned in shock as she pulled back the sheet, inviting him with her body to love her. As he lay over her to kiss her, he felt the knife plunge into his back. He tried to grab her, but she laughed maniacally, and with supernatural strength, lifted him with one arm and stabbed him repeatedly in the back, chest, stomach, and elsewhere, 125 times in total. Mia laughed hysterically, especially when she took the knife herself, calculated and stabbed herself. The scene shifted to the entire town gathering for the funeral of the poor pastor. Everyone mourned, blaming his wife, consumed by her addiction, for brutally attacking the pastor who couldn't defend himself. Not satisfied, the woman injured their daughter and nearly claimed another victim, but fortunately, little Mia, so defenseless, was forced to protect herself. During her days in the hospital, Mia received gifts from everyone, the mayor, the sheriff, and all those who had been under her stepfather's thumb and were now under hers. She had become the new missionary and singer for the community. In her speech, she praised her stepfather as a wonderful man, cried until she hiccuped, moved everyone to tears, and inspired even greater donations to the non-profit organization she now controlled. Mia had become a martyr without having to go all the way. During the funeral, she spotted the old lady from the park, gazing at her with sorrowful eyes. Mia looked back and stuck out her tongue, revealing entirely red eyes filled with mockery. Screwtape was proud. Of course, he wouldn't tell the girl that he was the one who whispered the idea into her stepfather's ear to grab the belt, all to ensure Mia would choose the demon in the end. She didn't need to know that. Screwtape approached her and they both smiled at the situation. He looked firmly at his new recruit and asked,
Are you ready to go after more people?
And Mia responds,
Tell me who the next target is, boss.
Mia will return in the saga Angels vs. Demons, with episodes featured here on House of Horror. Alongside her, Screwtape, the old lady whose true identity will be revealed, and Agenor will also make a comeback. Yes, the same Agenor who was forced by Satan himself to participate in a macabre game where losing meant his baby would be condemned to hell. That video is already available on the channel, and you can watch it right here on the screen. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss these or any of the other sagas. For now, that's all. Until next time.